Hello, Dustin. This is Joel Cassady from Walk Off the Earth. How's it going, man?
I'm good. How you doing today?
Doing great, doing great. Giving you a call.
Excellent. Well, Joel, again, I appreciate your time. And first of all, can you tell the listeners a bit about Walk Off the Earth for maybe some of those who haven't discovered you guys yet?
Sure. Hey, we are a sort of, how to describe ourselves, sort of a super eclectic kind of, to many people, web-born act that sort of has a two-pronged attack going, one part of which being these crazy reinterpretations of kind of hit songs that we've become quite known for, the other side of which being this kind of live touring juggernaut rock band that likes to take things as maximal as possible and sort of incorporate some of our video stuff live, but also like really give fans a big rock show. And we've been going for about 8 years at this level, and despite some ups and downs along the way, are still doing it, and a great time.
Excellent. Yeah, and I know Walk Off the Earth is coming our way. They're playing at the Myth on May 18th. Have you guys played much in Minnesota over the years?
We have, man. Yeah, we have been through several times. We actually played Myth I believe it was last March. So it'd be nice to come through again. It's a great room. We played, there was a block party, refresh my memory, there's a block party in town of sorts.
Yep.
We did, I think, a couple years back as well. So yeah, a bunch of Minnesota and Minneapolis love over the years, for sure.
Awesome, yeah. And I know you guys are from Canada, so you're obviously not scared off by the weather here in Minnesota like a lot of bands.
Man, you know what? Our first time through, it was such a shock because we were so used to our awful kind of Southern Ontario winters up here. But our first time through there, it was actually colder in Minneapolis than it was back home. So it certainly put us in our place. Holy. Yeah, it's vicious down there. It's starting to turn around a little bit right now. We're just starting to get kind of the first inklings of like something resembling decent weather up here. How about you guys?
Yep, I think officially now we're in the midst of spring, so it'll be 100 and something probably in the next week or two.
Yeah, exactly, right? There's no middle ground.
Well, it's awesome you guys are coming back, and I know it was sad to hear about the death of Mike Taylor, but it's great you guys decided to go on, and you're honoring his memory with this tour.
You know, man, we really had to take a pause and think about, think about from a fan basis, think about it for ourselves, certainly for Mike and for his family and what was best. And we sort of consulted everyone involved, and we really genuinely believe that Mike would have wanted us to carry on as best we're able to. And I think we've done quite a good job at sort of gathering ourselves and given the circumstances and sort of rebuilding, and of course bringing him with us in this process. We have, I don't want to give too much away, but we have sort of a tribute moment that's part of the show that's really given fans a chance to kind of have that finality and that closure of their own. And we actually, again, I can't say too much yet, but we just finished our next original single is actually going to be a song that we wrote in tribute to Mike, and we just spent the last week or so shooting the music video for that, and it's coming together really nicely. He was a very giving, very wonderful man who was involved in a lot of music-driven charity, and we've taken sort of that spirit and ran with that for the video we just shot, and we really can't wait for fans to see it because we really think it does him well, and we're really proud of it. So that'll be exciting to get out there and share that with the world.
Awesome, yeah. Again, Joel Cassady with us from Walk Off the Earth. They'll be at the Myth on May 18th, and I know you guys just released a cover of Video Killed the Radio Star, and you got Sarah Silverman on there. How did that come about?
We did. I'm not actually sure where the initial reach out happened. I just know that, Twitter is so handy these days with that sort of stuff, and I know there was some back and forth. G from the group had sort of reached out to Sarah over a couple things, and she'd made it known that she was a fan of the stuff that we were doing over the years, so some studio time came up. We were down in LA. It came together. We sort of went back to Ontario and finished a few shots up, finished the track up, and the rest is history. She's a pretty cool lady, and she actually has a pretty cool singing voice. A lot of people don't know about, so it was a nice kind of moment for that as well. Really cool.
Yeah, and I know you guys, do a lot of great renditions of other artists and different styles, but you've also had a lot of well-received original stuff. I know obviously the covers probably got your foot in the door, but I'm sure it's great knowing that people love your original stuff too.
It's the best kind of full circle moment to have been largely, we understand, to be largely introduced to the world via our covers and that sort of thing, but to still work the original side and to be playing these shows and have fans, singing the original songs back to us just as much as they're singing the cover songs back to us. It's sort of, like I say, the best kind of full circle moment as a musician, as a creator, to have that moment.
Well, and you guys seem to be releasing new stuff all the time. As a band who's knows how to use the viral videos and the internet. Do you feel any pressure, I guess, to be releasing stuff quickly like you do?
I think kind of, but man, I think it's a good pressure. I think these days you just have to stay in people's faces, quite simply. I mean, there's just so much content coming out every single day, and if you're the way we see it, if you're not part of that equation, you're going to get forgotten about. So we literally we have a house here in Ontario area where we're just kind of, there's a different sort of, there's a video room in the basement. We have our editing suite down there. We've got audio upstairs. We've got sort of a boardroom on the main floor. We're just sort of working at all times on as many things as possible. And it's I think the reason why we've been able to stick around, and certainly the reason why we hope to stick around for many years to come. Well,
and I know you probably don't want to give too much away, but are there any artists or songs maybe you're hoping to tackle here sometime soon?
So there's a couple things that we're working on right now. There's one big one that's been on our list for a while, is this kind of crazy, I can't say too much, but this crazy Beatles medley that we have been sort of slowly scheming for a while that we really want to get together. That's certainly on the radar right now. Again, really getting behind this release of the upcoming original single that's going to be in tribute to our guy Mike. We're really excited about. And really just prepping for this tour and making sure, like I was saying, we can give the fans the best possible experience. We sort of, after Mike's passing late December, after we decided we were gonna do our best to kind of keep rolling with the tour dates and that, we had to take a moment to really think about how we were going to rearrange the live show. And we're talking about a guy that's simply not replaceable here. The guy, there's no bringing in another person to fill the shoes that he there's no replacing his role. So we really had to kind of go back to the drawing board, and even right to today, we're still kind of tweaking little elements, sort of try some last minute stuff before we actually get rolling on the tour. So I would look at that as kind of what we're used to, and that's actually like how we do the most. So keeping ourselves busy, down the wire all the time, a lot of what's going on, and I need to hit the road. Sure.
Well, yeah, it's great. A lot of people looking forward to seeing what you guys have come up with, and I love that you guys are always down to release something for the holidays as well. A lot of Christmas songs out there.
Yeah. Hey man, it's sort of number one consumer time of year, right? You'd be silly not to with a platform like ours. So we've always taken an opportunity to and again, back to us always being down to the wire with stuff. We actually, this most recent Christmas, we actually started planning a few months ahead, which for us is a huge amount of time. So we actually were able to get something out, that Christmas EP out, in time for the holidays with a little bit of lead time kind of thing, and that worked out really well. We did a Christmas movie a few years back, and that's always well received, that sort of stuff. So, the full all, the multimedia attack, the all sensory attack is what we're going for.
Well, and of course, with the way things are set up nowadays, with technology and the way people consume things, you don't really have to write the album, record it, tour on it for a couple of years, come back. I mean, you guys can just kind of pepper out singles, whenever you get them ready.
It's a singles world these days, and I think, the streaming era sort of helped usher that in, but you're totally right about that. We literally do not have the ability to sort of lock ourselves away. Some bands still do, and that's great, whatever works kind of thing, but we don't have that ability. We definitely thrive on just going project to project and just having a bunch of things sort of slated to come out and not wanting to wait and sort of, for better for worse, work with larger labels and stuff like that, and having to just wait for all the little boxes to be checked and all the red tape to be cleared. We like to, we have kind of the power in our hands to decide when we want to put stuff out these days, and you're totally right about that. It's the sort of album cycle thing doesn't work as well these days because people are just so used to having new content all the time, and like I was saying, you sort of need to be one of those people to stay in everyone's faces, and that's definitely what we've tried our best to do over the last little while.
Awesome. Well, again, Walk Off the Earth coming to the Myth on the 18th. We mentioned a lot of other stuff, Joel, but is there something else maybe we should be looking out for? Anything else you want to mention?
I would just say that if anyone's on the fence about coming to see us, definitely go for it. You will not be disappointed. We basically shoehorn an arena-sized show into clubs, and we do have some bigger shows on this run. We're playing Red Rock's second show, which is going to be a huge moment for all of us. We're playing Wembley Arena in the UK later this year, but I think anyone who's on the fence would be hugely disappointed if they didn't get a chance to come and see us. We're really excited for that, and we can't wait to get this new original single out. There is an album that's going to be coming out within the next few months. Don't know for sure yet, but we're finalizing that right now. So tons more local content on the way, and we hope to see everybody there. We're very excited.
Awesome. Again, I'm digging the stuff, and I'm glad that we were able to hook up today. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks so much, Dustin. Really appreciate it, man.